Sure. Here are some more details on each of these psychological hacks. Mirroring. Mirroring is a technique where you subtly copy the body language and tone of the person you are conversing with. This technique can help create a sense of connection, rapport, and trust with the other person. The power of touch. Touch can be a powerful way to create feelings of trust and connection with others. Small physical gestures like a handshake or pat on the back can help build positive connections. Use people's names. Addressing someone by their name can make them feel seen and valued, which can create a positive connection. Using someone's name repeatedly can help increase its impact. FOMO. Fear of missing out. Creating a sense of urgency by emphasizing how limited or exclusive something is can increase the perceived value of something and create a sense of urgency. Scarcity can make people take action faster and feel better about their decision. The Zeigarnik effect. The Zeigarnik effect states that people remember uncompleted tasks better than ones they have finished. By leaving a question unanswered, for example, you can make people more likely to remember it and come back to find the answer. Social proof. Social proof is the idea that people are influenced by the actions and opinions of others. Showing testimonials or case studies, highlighting social media likes and shares, or other action people take to signal they like or use products can help create a sense of trust and convince people to take action. The von Riesdorf effect. This effect states that people are more likely to remember something that is different and unique. Adding a unique or visually distinct element to something, such as a colored border, for example, can increase its memorability. The power of free. People are often drawn to things that are free, and it can create a sense of obligation or reciprocity, making them more likely to engage or buy. Giving away a sample or free trial is a popular way to get people to try a product or service. Using scarcity. Similar to FOMO, emphasizing that there is a limited supply of something can make it feel more valuable and desirable. Urgency and scarcity make people more likely to take action before the opportunity is gone. The priming effect. Priming is the process of exposing someone to a stimulus that can influence their response to a related stimulus. For example, playing calming music before a stressful task can help people feel more relaxed and focused. The foot in the door technique. This technique involves getting someone to agree to a small request, making them more likely to agree to a larger request later. For instance, asking someone if they would mind filling out a short survey may lead them to be more willing to attend a longer focus group or webinar. The door in the face technique. The door in the face technique works by starting with a big request that is likely to be refused, then following up with a smaller, more reasonable request that's easier for the person to accept. For example, asking for a $100 donation may be followed by a request for a $10 donation. Anchoring. Anchoring is the idea that people tend to rely on the first piece of information they receive when making a decision. By presenting a high price point first, a lower price point may seem more reasonable in comparison. The halo effect. The halo effect refers to the tendency for people to share. Here are some more detailed explanations of the psychological hacks. Mirroring. Mirroring is the act of subtly imitating the body language and tone of the person you are talking to, such as matching their posture or using similar words. This can create a sense of rapport and connection, making the other person more receptive to your message. The power of touch. Touch can create a strong emotional connection, and studies have shown that physical contact like a handshake or a pat on the back can increase trust and cooperation. However, it's important to always be respectful and aware of personal boundaries. Use people's names. Addressing someone by their name can create a sense of personal connection, making the other person feel seen and valued. FOMO. FOMO, fear of missing out, is a powerful motivator that can create a sense of urgency and exclusivity. Emphasizing how limited or exclusive something is can increase its perceived value and desirability. The Zeigarnik effect. The Zeigarnik effect states that people remember uncompleted or interrupted tasks better than completed ones. By leaving a question unanswered or a task incomplete, you can increase the other person's interest and motivation to find the answer or complete the task. Social proof. Social proof is the idea that people are more likely to adopt a belief or behavior if they see others doing it. Showing that other people are using or enjoying a product or service can increase its perceived value and desirability. The von Riesdorf effect. The von Riesdorf effect is the idea that people are more likely to remember things that stand out or are unique in some way. By making something different from other things around it, you can increase its memorability and impact. The power of free. The word, free, is a powerful motivator that can create a sense of urgency, reciprocity, and obligation. Offering something for free can increase the other person's interest and motivation to engage or buy. Using scarcity. Scarcity is the idea that people place a higher value on things that are limited in some way. Emphasizing that there is a limited supply of something can make it feel more valuable and desirable. The priming effect. The priming effect is the idea that exposure to a certain stimulus can increase a person's response to a related stimulus. For example, playing calming music before a stressful task can help reduce anxiety and improve performance. The foot in the door technique. The foot in the door technique is the idea that getting someone to agree to a small request can increase the likelihood that they will agree to a larger request later. This works by building trust and creating a sense of consistency in the other person's behavior. The door in the face technique. The door in the face technique is the opposite of the foot in the door technique. It involves starting with a large request that is likely to be refused, then following up with a smaller, more reasonable request. This works by creating a sense of reciprocity and making the smaller request seem more reasonable in comparison. Anchoring. Anchoring is the idea that people often rely on the first piece of information they receive when making a decision. You can use this to your advantage by presenting a high price point first, for example, which can make a lower price point seem more reasonable in comparison. The halo effect. The halo effect is the idea that people often assume that if someone is good at one thing, they are good at other things too. You can use this by highlighting your strengths and accomplishments, which can create a positive impression in the other person's mind. Using humor. Humor is a powerful way to create positive feelings and reduce tension. By using humor strategically, you can make your message more memorable and engaging. The power of storytelling. Storytelling is a powerful way to communicate information and create emotional connections. By presenting information in the form of a story, you can make it more memorable and relatable. Using positive language. Using positive words and framing can help create a positive emotional state and make people more receptive to your message. The power of color. Colors can evoke strong emotions and influence behavior, so understanding and using color psychology can be a powerful tool. The contrast effect. The contrast effect is the idea that presenting something in comparison to something else can highlight its value or impact. For example, presenting a lower-priced item next to a higher-priced one can make the lower-priced item seem like a better value. Creating a sense of belonging. People are often drawn to groups or communities that they feel they belong to. By creating a sense of identity or shared values, you can build loyalty and engagement. The power of gratitude. Showing appreciation and acknowledging the contributions of others can create positive feelings and build stronger relationships. Using social media effectively. Understanding the algorithms and dynamics of social media can help you create content that resonates with your audience and maximizes engagement. The framing effect. The framing effect is the idea that the way something is presented can influence how it is perceived and remembered. By choosing the right frame or context, you can make your message more impactful. Using scarcity with time. Emphasizing that there is a limited amount of time to take advantage of an offer or opportunity can create a sense of urgency and increase motivation. The power of silence. Using strategic pauses and silence can create tension, build anticipation, and make your message more impactful.